Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to today's launch event. This is Xiaomi Technology Strategic Upgrade launch event. This is our first strategic upgrade launch event. So let's talk about imagery first. Over the years, Xiaomi has invested greatly on imagery. Looking back in 2017, we established our camera division. We have 5 domestic R&D centers and 4 abroad. We have 1,500 engineers in camera division, plus our AI image lab and ISG engineers. In total, we have 3,000 people working on it. With their concerted efforts, we lead the industry in high pixel, and we made GN2 with Samsung, and this year we have IMX989 with Sony. We have 120 telescope lens, so we have a lot to show for on camera. Speaking of this, our competitors pride themselves in high DxO marks. It is a French camera testing institute. When we started to work on camera, we decided to meet and beat our rivals on DxO marks. We want to be able to compete with them on DxO mark. In the last 5 years, we were on top of DxO mark ranking globally for many times. Looking back at our success, because of this indicator, on software and hardware, we laid a solid foundation. So I have to thank DxO mark for bringing us to this new height. After we were on top of the DxO mark for many times, we are very proud. But photography lovers did not recognize us as the best camera phone. So we did some reflection on ourselves and in-depth market survey. Based on that, we decided to upgrade our imagery strategy and camera. Not long ago, something important happened. We have a big move. It's the strategic partnership with Leica. Many would ask, are they just lending their name to you? Is that all to your strategy? No. Working with Leica is a big milestone in our strategy upgrade. Many would say, isn't that just slapping their logo on your products? It's just a marketing gimmick. Many brands are doing it. This is an understatement. Underestimated our depths of collaboration and our determination to upgrade our camera. And I'd like to talk about Leica for a while. Many of you might have heard Leica before. To tell you a story, I have some friends who are into photography. No matter what was their first camera, eventually they became Leica fans. So I teased them, is Leica the best camera ever made? They said yes. And I did some research myself. Leica is a century-old brand. Its history is the history of photography itself. They invented portable camera, and they recorded the most important milestones of photography history. They are definitely the photography legend brand. I dusted off my old camera and put some new devices and relearning photography. Leica Academy actually designed a master photography class for us. I and some colleagues from the management attended the class. To be honest, I only took the class for a very short period of time, and I do not have a deep understanding of photography. But through a short learning, I had epiphany. Imagery is the conjunction of technology and humanity. It's a place where technology and humanity meet. To produce good imagery, technology alone is not enough. You have to be steeped in the photography culture. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Yi Yan, the General Manager of Xiaomi Camera Division. Hi everyone, it's a great honor to be here and tell you about our strategic upgrade. Essentially, the upgrade is about the shift of focus to putting experience first. So what is experience our users are looking for? I'd like to show you some photos. All parents know children are not the most cooperative subject when it comes to photo taking. But every moment of their childhood is so memorable, and we all want to capture the memorable moments. For example, this one. Hearing your voice, the kid and the dog stick their little heads out at the same time. The light in their eyes, their innocence, are the most beautiful sight in the world. And this one. We don't know who he is, but we can sense how comfy he is. We can almost see and feel the sunset and the breeze on his cheek. Life is full of ups and downs. On one day, you work late over time till very late, and it's raining cats and dogs outside. You would not know someone took a picture of your lonely and weary head. Important insight. That the most important, powerful pictures centers around human and human experience. So our pursuit of imagery does not stop at specs, but how to understand the intention behind each photo through technology and how to meet people's needs of capturing those moments. So we have a new idea. Discover a new reality on the other side of the lenses. So what is discovering a new reality? It's through optical and digital technology to capture information that beyond the scope of human vision. So how to do it on the 1 has a plus in it on top of Snapdragon 8. It's low profile, but actually it's a big leap forward. So, what's being upgraded? First of all, it adopts the most cutting-edge processing technology within less than 100 mm square. It has 10 billion transistors, so it boasts high performance and energy consumption performance. So, what is the performance of flagship Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset? The CPU has been increased by 10% to have a primary frequency of 3.2, and GPU has been increased by 10% as well. Maybe it's not vivid enough with the numbers. Now let's once asked online about whether such a benchmark score is necessary. Some netizens do this. Okay. Now let's look at Xiaomi 12S and 12S Pro scores. They have exceeded 1.1 million score. That's very strong capability. I remember that 12 years ago, whenever we started the scoring, all our audience performance. But people are curious about these new questions coming together with this new technology. Allow me to explain. With the same processing, the higher the performance, the higher the energy consumption, so the more heated it will be. It's a simple logic. I don't know if you get it. So higher performance leads to higher heat. If it's tabletop or a laptop, it's easier. But if it's a cell phone, you have to grip it in the daytime all around. So when it's heated, our consumers may complain. So the flagship benchmark score may not be the focal point of our consumers because it's more theoretical. So today we are going to present you a more important indicator. You may have heard about this indicator, but you may not put high attention to it. What is it? It's called energy efficiency. Have you heard about it? The so-called energy efficiency refers to the performance released under the same energy consumption, or the energy consumed on the basis of same performance. So it is highly relevant to DOU for a high-end flagship products. In addition to performance, energy efficiency is the most important indicator because it will determine the actual performance enjoyed by our users. If it has high performance but it's highly heated, you may not prefer to use it. So this time, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 has made breakthroughs in not only performance but more importantly, stunning in terms of energy efficiency. Now let's look at some pair of figures. CPU has been increased by 16%, has been decreased by 33%. GPU increased by 11%. Energy consumption decreased by 30%. That is alarming. I once talked with the engineers from Qualcomm. It's not just a simple improvement. It's like another generation of upgrade. So what can you do with the next generation since this one is already a big leap forward? So that's about the results of Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. And it's beyond our imagination. Together with Qualcomm,
we established a co-engineering lab. We also developed a Xiaomi dynamic performance calibration technology. With the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset, Xiaomi 12S has generated better performance. You may not care enough about the score. Now, let's try the games. Those are the top examples. Take Honor of Kings as an example. If we play it for 30 minutes at a frame rate of 120, the highest temperature is 41.5 Celsius degrees with a power consumption of 4.5 watts. With 59.9 FPS, the maximum temperature could reach 46.3 Celsius degrees and a power consumption of 5.5 watts. Those numbers are quite professional to the users, but you have to know that that is already the summit of smartphones. If you don't feel a thing with the numbers, now we have more. That's about the DOU. Previously, when we talk about DOU, we may say 4,500 mAh battery or 5,260 mAh. Of course, DOU is relevant to the batteries, but DOU is related to a lot more. Before 1 year ago, when we tried our experience, we decided that we can not only talk about how big the size of the battery is, but rather whether the battery is good enough for our users, because that matters to the consumers. So we established our DOU model. The Xiaomi DOU model simulates one-day experience of our users. For example, what do they do in 1 day's time? If the result is over 1, that means the cell phone could last for 1 day. And we require all our cell phones to have a DOU of over 1 day. So let's introduce the DOU model from Xiaomi. With our mass-produced cell phone model, I took a glimpse of our DOU performance, and I was taken aback. And I couldn't be composed for a very long time. And I exclaimed. I will skip the words I said. So, why was I so stunned? There is a word in my mind. In English, it's amazing. So, how amazing is the DOU? Compared to the last generation of Xiaomi cell phone, of course, those last generation products could last over 1 day. Xiaomi 12 has a DOU of 1.07 days. Xiaomi 12S registers 1.24 days. For 5,400 mAh, that's a 16% increase of DOU. To put it another way, we don't need 4,500, we need only 3,600 mAh. When we are making cell phones, people used to complain about the C battery, about putting in the battery. So people matter more now about the DOU instead of the size of the battery. Now let's look at Xiaomi 12. It's a 2K display cell phone, and we put in a lot of cutting-edge technologies. Now let's compare Xiaomi 12 Pro. It can last for 1.01 day, has a DOU of 1.22 days. Actually, 1.24 days is the top level. Ultra, a lab data. Do you dare to compare with iPhone? Actually, we did. Our team benchmarked with iPhone. What did we test? We didn't test the DOU model. It's too confusing and professional. Let's play real. Let's compare the short videos. We fully charged the two cell phones with the same level of brightness, and at the same point, we keep watching the TikTok games. So we did it to the full, with full charge, same brightness, and the same videos on TikTok. Now let's see the result. For the iPhone 13, you can see it's 9.7 hours from the morning to the midnight. And for the Xiaomi 12S, it's 12.6 hours. As you can see, the OU improved 30% compared with the iPhone 13. And as you can see, one is 9.8, one is 12.3 hours. So we were taking the lead. As you know that for the iPhone 3 Pro Max has the utmost length of the DOU is the 13.8 hours, and our Xiaomi 12S Ultra is 13.3 hours. It's almost the same. Do you agree with that? Well, as you know that we almost have the same performance in terms of the DOU. Talking about this information, you must satisfy with the DOU performance. And moving forward, let's talk about the temperature control issue, whether we have the overheating issue. And today, I'd like to tell you the truth. For today's flagship, if you want to get rid of the temperature issue, that's not the reality. I won't tell you that for the Xiaomi 12S, we don't have the overheating issue. And many users say that sometimes when we just browse the news or just chatting on the phones and just have the overheating issue, we didn't play the games. So we are also very confused, and it's also a tough issue for us. No matter what kind of applications we play, for example, WeChat or Weibo, and all these super apps. However, they are also overloaded. How to fix that problem? We have been thinking for a very long time. In order to ensure the temperature issue, maybe we can benchmark with the iPhone. Maybe we can achieve better performance than iPhone. Last year, we set up benchmark with the iPhone. With 6 months efforts, I'm very proud to tell you that in terms of the overheating issue, we have upgraded in terms of our system. We carried out our experiment, and media friends, you can also test it by yourself when you get the real phones. For example, using the WeChat for 1 hour just for chatting, we compare the Ultra together with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Browsing the WeChat for 1 hour, our temperature is 29.5 degrees, and for iPhone is 31.2 degrees. Our temperature is 1.7 degrees lower. Now let's use the TikTok for 1 hour. And Xiaomi 12S Ultra has lowered 5.6. And however, we're losing the game if we use the Weibo. So here, I think for the Android platform needs all the joint efforts from different applications. So maybe we can gather all the applications to work together to solve the problem of the temperature. And I sincerely want to improve our performance, which is higher than the iPhone. I'd like to share with you, for the most of the scenarios, our score is higher. However, we still have some space to improve in the future. And we think that temperature is the top priority, and we'll try to improve it step by step. And maybe after half a year, we can reach another milestone. And some people say right now in the summertime, and we are not reaching the 35 degree of the ambient temperature. So we simulate our ambient temperature. As you can see, our temperature is 39.8 degree, and iPhone is 41.3 degree. So we are still better than the iPhone. Within our Xiaomi, we prioritize all the details and to optimize our experience and even better than iPhone in the future. That is our target.
So these are the information related to the flagship Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset, which is excellent. As the 12 years strategic partnership with Qualcomm, we have launched many mobile platforms. And for this one, as you know that the best Snapdragon processor is coming back. Some of the users may remind us we still have the space to be improved in the future. Well, to tell you the truth is that people don't believe in our promise. And let's check out the real performance. By yourself, we welcome all the media friends as well as all the users to come our Mi Home to have a try. And speaking of this, now let's welcome our product manager, Ms. Wei Siqi, to talk to us about the Xiaomi S and the Xiaomi S Pro. Let's welcome. Thank you so much. And moving forward, I will talk to you about the fully upgraded Xiaomi 12S. After fully upgraded, the Xiaomi 12S is a small size and all-round flagship. First of all, it has inherits all the merits and advantages of the Xiaomi 12, and its body is narrower than the iPhone base model. Meanwhile, it features the curved display and body, so you feel great, and we have the impressive grip feeling in one palm. For example, like the girls like me with very small hands, so it's very easy for us to find impressive gripping feeling with one palm. And it has excellent display. And last year, we went through the display made testing, and we have maintained very great results. It set 15 new records in terms of the A+ display performance rating. And for this display, Xiaomi 12 also shared the same display. When we launched this phone, we afraid that it can be a misunderstanding that small size only fit for the small display. We made a comparison. Its display has been 8% larger compared with the other. When you receive it, we think it's the perfect size. But positioning it all-round flagship to pursue the small size, the good grip feeling is a luxury requirement for us. And people may underestimate its efforts has been made. And competitors rarely do this on this flagship because it's too difficult and costly, and it's a huge tough job for our engineers. We need to carry out innovative process, and we also need to invest heavily on the selection of the hardwares. So this Xiaomi 12S is a unique, precious, small size, all-round flagship. When we launched the Xiaomi 12, its appearance was widely appraised by our users. We were so glad. And for the Xiaomi 12S, we have provided you several colors you like. The black color and purple may welcomed by girls. And we also have the green color. And we have a little pity. We don't have the white color previously, but this time we provide you another color, the white color. And during the pre-warms activities, and we have sent out the pictures for the white version and has been widely praised by our users. Let's have a look. When we working on the Xiaomi 12S, we insist on the concept that the smaller, the higher, the purer, the rarer. As you can see, the whole body is the snow white, and it's a pure white with a slight purple-like reflection, as you can see. And the whole body is made of the anti-glare glass. It can make the whole body very smooth, and meanwhile, it is the fingerprint-free. And in terms of the camera, it has the logo of the Leica. It is the Xiaomi Leica co-engineered product. Of course, for the small size and with high performance, it's really difficult. We have added this powerful chipset, and the performance has been upgrading dramatically. And with such a small size, we have included large volume of the cooling materials. We have a super large VC, and through the lithium cobalt battery, as you can see, we have the 4,500 of the milliamp hours, and can help our users to create a better performance. In terms of its DOU, is 1.24 days. When I look at the test results, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was just a model. We may have some errors. And I have been using it for a long time, and I promise to you it has excellent performance, and we welcome each of the users can have a real experience and give your feedbacks. Of course, in terms of the charging, it has very good performance. We have the 67 watts wired fast charging, 50 watts wireless fast charging, as well as the 10 watts reverse wireless charging. And I believe that you must expect the camera or the imagery. And this is the first product launched by Leica and Xiaomi. And we want to give more people the authentic Leica imagery. Without further ado, let's look at the picture. This is the first picture, or the photo taken by the Xiaomi 12S. I was shocked, and I double-checked with my team. Were the photos taken by the Xiaomi 12S? The answer is yes. The photo taken on our smartphone, and the answer was still yes. And I was impressed a lot by this picture. As you can see, the photo tone is very unique compared with the previous ones. Let's look at another one. It's in Shenzhen City. In front of the lighting devices, a boy is playing with balloons. You can see the slightly difference between the balloons and the lightning is quite accurate, and the green scale and the tones are very smooth with rich color. But my favorite is this one. First of all, it is Leica style, no matter for its quality as well as its subject. It's all related to the Leica style. And the most important thing, I believe it is not a pose or the stage photo. It's just a random shots on the street. You can see the flying pigeons or pedestrians walking in a hurry. For this picture, it's fully showing the progress in phototone and our capture capabilities. I believe after seeing these pictures, you share my feeling. It seems that those shots are different from the previous Xiaomi photos, and even different from all the shots taken by other brands. This is the feeling we want to grant to you. We want to give you the Leica's century-old imagery feeling to you. In the past, we have been co-engineered with Leica and to give you the authentic graphic style to our users. We hope that for each of the users, when you use it and take the shots, and when you see this picture, you can praise that this is the defining moment, the new era. Of course, to achieve this, we need to spend efforts. To select the hardware, we need powerful ones. For each of the camera lens has been recognized by the Leica professional optical lenses. I particularly want to share with you that we have upgraded the Xiaomi 12S all primary cameras to Sony IMX989, which is an excellent sensor. While for the size is 1/1.28, and for the P1 is 2.44 microns. No matter during the day or night, you can have a very good quality. For this sensor, let's have a look. Among the Sony sensors, this one is second only to the 1 inch of the most powerful sensor. So, what brands has been using this sensor? So we have look at those flagships for the P series. We don't have the highest end models. We can compare the flagship models. They have been using the same 766 sensor. Let's look at the Mate flagship and highest end models. They have been using the IMX989, almost the same with the 707 sensor, but the 707 has been upgraded. Let's look at the S22 series. You may not be familiar with these two sensors. Let's look at the sensor size. One is 1/156. So as you can see, the Xiaomi 12S has been using the sensor that usually used for the flagship and highest end models. Many people know that 707 is an excellent sensor, but why don't they use it? That is because it's too expensive.
These lens alone will add the cost up by 300. So in our pursuit of good image quality, we are very sincere. This camera also supports OIS, 4-axis OIS. For example, in dim light setting, it has very good color gradients. When you look at the light part, the color is fully saturated, and the dark part is also very accurate. In bright setting, the colors look bright, accurate, and rich. With such a big sensor size, coupled with our all-seeing snapshots and Xiaomi Pro Focus, what kind of experience can we deliver? In the past 2 years, we continue to improve the experience. We should not just focus on the image quality experience. The daily usage experience is also important. We want the users to reach out to their phone, and the speed to start up a camera is faster. So right now, our camera startup speed is 22% faster than iPhone. And when you take a burst mode pictures, it's really fast. Some users want it to be even faster. For example, when a child is running, it's hard to capture a photo of the child. So this time on Xiaomi 12S, we bring a new feature called ultra-fast burst mode. It's super powerful. Every second, you can take 30 pictures with one click. And it's easy to use. Press on the shutter, hold, release. Lightning fast. You can take many pictures very quick, and each photo is clear. So this one, you can see the hand movement, the picture is very clear. So in fast movement setting, you can take pictures with no pressure, and every snapshot is a masterpiece. Really, I encourage everyone to try it out, to record your beautiful life. When you walk around on the street, you can capture all those beautiful moments, and it will become a part of your memory. We spoke a lot on technology, bigger size of sensor, faster speed. There's another aspect to imagery called aesthetics. Speaking of aesthetics, everyone has different preference. Some like classic look. It can stand the test of time. Some people like more contemporary look, vibrant, colorful. The argument has never been settled, but it's not a yes or no question. It's about different preference. So what's our preference? On Xiaomi 12S, we present you two Leica photographic styles with different photo tone, different colors, different image texture, all co-engineered, tuned by Leica and Xiaomi jointly. So our user can choose freely. One is Leica authentic look, inherits century-old Leica style. The other is Leica vibrant look. So this is a new attempt together with Leica. Let's look at Leica authentic look first. Leica always focus on reproduce the reality and getting rid of the other noises. So first of all, it needs to produce the space accurately. A true-to-life space. It's better show you a picture to illustrate. This is a very common scenario. A beautiful shot, beautiful sky, green lawn, clear shot. But with true-to-life phototone, it would look like this. Can you feel that the photographer standing under a tree? The tree casts a big shadow on the kids, and the kids are having a great picnic. And when you look at the sky, it looks far, far away, like the sky on a plateau. So this photo will bring you in. It reproduces the moment the photo was taken. You can read more information out of the picture. You can feel this was taken at sunset. The sun set warmly on the old man and his bird. In this picture, you can see, almost feel, an open window beside the desk and a beam of light shining on the goldfish and the girl. In reproducing reality, there's another element. Colors. When colors are accurate enough, you will have a more immersive experience. Let's see another comparison. One taken by iPhone 13, the other by Xiaomi 12S. Both look great. But when you zoom in on the kid's shirt, the one taken by Xiaomi 12S, you can almost feel the soft texture of the shirt. You can sense how careful his parents chose the shirt for him. So color can tell you more details. And when you take landscape picture, a clear blue sky looks beautiful. But the other picture will tell you more information. Different shades of blue, from shallow, white to blue. You can tell it was taken early in the morning. We can show you create a photo like this. This was taken right before the storm. A kid dragging his favorite sailboat back to the beach. When I saw this picture for the first time, I want to share with you one of my personal stories. One time when I went diving, in the beginning the weather was great, but when we were deep in the sea, the weather changed. It became dark and the water looks gray. And I felt really cool and feeling adventurous. So I really wanted to capture that moment and show it to my friends. But after taking the photo with my phone, everything looks bright and blue. And it was such a pity. I really want to show them the real moment. It's not the reality I want to show. The more true-to-life photo looks like this. You can feel this taken at a weekend. Two children were being playful behind the curtain. You can almost hear their laughter. You can feel the sunshine on them and feel their sweat. This is the real life I want. Pictures should record real life. So with Leica authentic look, we want to reproduce the real image we saw with our own eyes. Besides authentic look, we also have vibrant look. In working with Leica for a long time, we noticed that Leica is very professional and understand photography very well, but we understand our users better and their photo-taking needs. Every day, users are using our phone to take pictures. And the scenario of smartphone photography is actually much more complicated. It can happen anywhere, anytime, and there's more challenging to tune. In developing the Leica Vibrant look, we created 300 testing modes and 1,000 scenarios in total. So we tested every one of them with Leica. Therefore, Leica Vibrant look was a new attempt, an experiment between Xiaomi and Leica. Based on an authentic natural look, the picture will look more vibrant, more vivid, but still true to life. With this look, it is perfect for taking pictures of children, great cuisine, beautiful landscape. So these are the two photographic styles from Leica. You can switch between the two easily.